Hello friends, in this video I will discuss about the very essential device in basic electronic component, that is the capacitor. So this, in fact, after the resistor, it is the second most used passive component in electronic device. So this has very wide range application in electronics circuit, such as energy storage, then power dissipation, power conditioning, oscillation, filtration, like this. So these are available in various sizes and shapes. From this figure we can see that there are different types of capacitor are there, which are in different size and different shapes. So the basic function of capacitor is to store the electrical energy. Means it is the two terminal electrical device used to store the electrical energy in the form of electric field between the two plates. So this also called as a condenser, and the SI unit of this capacitor is the farad. But this unit is very large, that's why nowadays instead of farad, picofarad and nanofarad, these units are used for capacitor. So this is a similar to battery, means it stores the electrical energy, means it cannot dissipate or generate the it cannot generate or dissipate the energy. So now this means capacitor construction is like two metal plates separated by the dielectric material. So paper, mica, ceramic is nothing but the dielectric material, which means it is the non-conductive materials. So these are the symbols for capacitor. So there are three types of capacitor, means fixed capacitor. It is also called as a non-polarized capacitor. Second one is the polarized capacitor, and third one is the variable capacitor. So first is the variable capacitor. So in this type of capacitor, we can change the capacitance value as per our requirement using this preset or screwdriver. So from this figure, we can see that at upper side of this capacitor there is a screwdriver. So with the help of this screwdriver, we can adjust the value of capacitance. So but these are capacitors value are very less, in the range of 500 picofarad. Second one is polar capacitor. So this type of capacitor is sensitive about their polarity, and it is used in DC system. But these are not used in AC system, because this in AC system, with each cycle this polarity can be changed. Means at negative cycle, this reversal of this polarity, that's why this is used in only DC system, not in AC. Third one is the non-polar capacitor. So it is not affected by the polarity, means this both used in both AC and DC supply system, and power supply can be connected to any direction, and that's why this not capacitance is not affected by the reversal of polarity. So now construction of capacitor. So from this figure we can see that this how construction of this capacitor is there. So the basic construction of all capacitor is similar, and it is very simple. Means this is made up of the two electrically conductive plates placed close to each other. So from this figure there is in green color there are two plates which are electrically conductive. So these plates are constructed using aluminum, brass, copper. These material are used for the construction of these conductive plates. So these are separated by small distance, and this small distance is filled with some non-conductive material. So this non-conductive material is nothing but liquid, solid, gas, vacuum, rubber. Means these are no non-conductive material, and this non-conductive material is also called as a dielectric material. So these two conducting plates of capacitor are the good conductor of electricity, but this dielectric material is the poor conductor of electricity. Means they cannot pass the electric current through them. So in capacitor, dielectric material or medium which blocks the flow of charge carriers between conductive plates. So if we place conductive material instead of dielectric. Means if we place the conductive metal instead of this non-conductive material, then this flow between this plate is not desirable, means it indicates the failure of capacitor. So we know that electric current is the flow of charge carriers, whereas the electric force is the property of electric charges. So it does not allow the flow of charge carrier, but it allows the electric force. And as a result, when charge is built up on these two plates, then strong electric field is generated between these two plates. Means from this figure we can see that on one plate, that is there is a positive charges, and other plate there is a negative charges. So this, because of this charge built up on these two plates, strong electric field is generated between these two plates. So now, working of capacitor. In working means how store the energy, means how capacitor store the energy, how charging and discharging happen in this capacitor. So as I told you, this capacitor consists of the two conductive metallic plates. So these are the two conductive metallic plate, so which are separated by the dielectric material, which are shown in this yellow color. Means this is nothing but the glass, paper, vacuum. As I told you, they cannot flow, means this is non-conductive materials. So now let us understand, when we apply the voltage to this capacitor, then how energy is stored. So before application of the voltage of these two conducting plates, so these capacitor are generally, means these plates are electrically neutral. So electrically neutral means it has equal amount of positive and negative charges. So once the voltage is applied, yes, once the voltage is applied across this capacitor, then this top plate of, means negative charges from this top plate comes towards this positive terminal of battery, and from this negative terminal of battery they move towards the bottom plate of this, pushed towards the bottom plate of capacitor. Because of this dielectric material between two plates, they cannot cross this region, means they can store at bottom plate. Means when we apply this voltage across this capacitor, then negative electrons from this negative upper plate, negative electrons from this upper top plate, they can attract towards the positive terminal of battery, and from negative terminal of battery they can move towards the bottom plates. So because of this dielectric material, they cannot move towards the upper plate. They are collected at bottom plate of the capacitor. So now, so over a period of time, so top plate will have storage of electron, shortage of electron, and bottom plate will have excessive electron. So top plate will get positively charged particles, and then so top plate will get positively charged and bottom plate will get negatively charged. So from this figure we can see that. So because of charged particle, the potential difference will get developed across the two plate, and because of this potential difference, this electric field is generated in this area. So this arrow, we can see that this electric field is generated, developed across these two plates, and this electric field, which is directly proportional to this potential difference, and this inversely proportional to the distance between two plates. So now even we if so this will continue, means even we remove this voltage source across this capacitor. So unless when we apply this conductive part to this capacitor, then charges that are developed across these two plates as it is. Means conductive path means when we apply this when we apply bulb instead of this voltage, then also these charges are remains same on this plate. So after connecting this conductive path across this, and when switch is on, then this electrons from bottom plate they move towards the upper plate, top plate, and charges means charges will flow. Because of this charge of flow, then current is flow, and this bulb will on. So this will continue until these two plates will become electrically neutral. As charges will remain, it means these plates will become neutral, then this bulb will off, will turn off. So this charged across these two plates, this will discharge through this conductive path, and this phenomena is known as the discharging of capacitor. So this how charging and discharging the capacitor, so we understood. So this electric field generated in this area, which is proportional to this voltage and inversely proportional to the distance between two plates. So as distance between two plates is very less, then electric field is very strong. Now, so what is the capacitance? So capacitance is nothing but the ability of capacitor to store the charges, and it can be calculated by C is equal to Q by V, that is the charge divided by the voltage. And the factors affects the capacitance of the capacitor is C is equal to epsilon A divided by D. Means there are three factors which affects on the capacitance of the capacitor. Means where the C is the capacitance in farad, then epsilon is the permittivity of dielectric material, then E is the area of plate overlap in square meters, and D is the distance between two plates. Means capacitance value is increases as area of plate overlapping area is increases, and this value is means capacitance is decreases as distance between two plates is reduces. So if we want to store more charge across this capacitor, then we need more voltage. So thank you so much friends for watching this video, and I hope you understood this basic concept of about this capacitor. So please share, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.